Hello everybody, it's Jordan the Computer Scientist here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to graph logarithms. Alright, so there's going to be 3 rules to graphing logarithms. So the first rule is find the vertical asymptote. The second rule is to see if it'll rise or fall. And the third rule is to check to see if it'll be on the left or the right. This is kind of like a gist of how the problems are going to be set up. So if the log is negative or positive, that is what determines whether it's going to rise or fall. Also, if a is greater than 1, then it's going to rise, and if it's less than 1, it's going to fall. If a is less than 1, but the log is positive, it's going to fall. If the log is positive and a is greater than 1, it's going to fall. X plus h is what's going to represent the vertical asymptote, and this is what's going to determine whether or not it goes up on the y-axis or down on the y-axis, depending on whether or not it's negative or positive. So let's say we had y equals log base 2 of x. So 2 is greater than 1, so it's going to be positive. Also, the log is positive, so it's going to be positive, so it's going to be rising. And x equals 0, so that would be the vertical asymptote. So this is my x, which is 0, my vertical asymptote. And we're gonna go over 1. And it is rising. That's like a little rough sketch of what this problem is gonna look like. I hope I'm explaining this right, because remember, I'm a bad teacher. Also, I forgot to say this. If x is positive, then it's on the right side of the vertical asymptote. If it's negative, it's on the left side. So for this one, it's basically kind of the same thing. So log is positive, 2 is above 1, so it's going to be rising. And in order to find the asymptote, we're going to do negative x equals 0, divide that by negative 1, divide both sides by negative 1. That's going to just leave us with x equals 0. Once again, our vertical asymptote is 0, so we're going to just put that right down the middle, go over. Oh man, our graph is going to be on the left side. And it's going to intersect one space over from the vertical asymptote. And that'll be what the function looks like. So let's say we had y equals negative log base 2 of x. So once again, the vertical asymptote is going to be 0. The log is negative, so it's going to fall. It's also going to be on the right side of the graph. So we're going to go over 1. And from the top, we're just going to fall, pass through 1 of 1. Well, not 1 of 1, but you know, 1, 1, the point. Or 1, 0. And that is what the graph is going to look like. Now for this one, we have y equals negative log base 2 of negative x. Just like before, negative x equals 0, divided by 1, divided by 1. So we'll take those negatives away. X equals 0. So our vertical asymptote is 0 again, but this time we're going to be falling because the log is negative. So we're going to start right here. We're going to go over 1, and we're just going to fall and pass through negative 1, 0. And that is what this graph is going to look like. So I'm going to go over one of my practice problems just to show you guys like a real world problem. Well, not a real world problem, but you know, a real problem that you will see in the class. So here we have log base 5 of 2x plus 2 plus 6. Now using everything that I just taught you, we're going to find this. So first, what are we looking at? The vertical asymptote. You're right. So we're going to do 2x plus 2 equals 0, minus the 2, all that, and we have negative 2 and 2x, divide that by 2, divide that by 2. So our vertical asymptote is going to be negative 1. Okay, so here's the graph with negative 1 being the vertical asymptote. Now right here, you see a plus 6. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The graph is going to intersect at 0 of 6. This 5 is above 1. The log is positive, so then it'll be rising. And right here, that's positive. So then it's going to be on the right side of the vertical asymptote. So this graph is going to look like, go all the way up, and intersect right there, and bam. This is what this logarithmic function will look like graphed. Hopefully I explained everything right. I really did try, to be honest. Thank you for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.
I'm a goat, no, I'm really vicious. Got heads turning when I get the spitting. Since 16, I've been making greatness, bagging bad girls when they start to listen. Been great, so you must have missed it. Creative genius, friends are leaving.